In an age when the scramble for Africa painted the continent in European colors, one African nation stood tall, unyielding, uncolonized, and unbroken. This is the story of Ethiopia, and its defiant victory at the Battle of Adwa. By the late 19th century, European powers had carved up nearly all of Africa. Only Liberia and Ethiopia remained independent. Italy, hungry for an empire, set its eyes on Ethiopia, expecting an easy conquest. But Emperor Menelik II was no ordinary ruler. He had united a divided Ethiopia, modernized its army, and refused to surrender his people's freedom. At his side stood Empress Taytu, fierce, politically sharp, and equally committed to Ethiopia's sovereignty. In 1889, Menelik signed the Treaty of Wuchale with Italy. But there was a trap. The Amharic version recognized friendship. The Italian version claimed Ethiopia was now an Italian protectorate. Menelik rejected the deception. War was inevitable. Ethiopia mobilized. Peasants, priests, and princes alike took up arms. Over 100,000 troops rallied under Menelik, armed with modern rifles and fierce determination. They weren't just defending land, they were defending legacy, identity, and faith. Meanwhile, the Italian army, smaller and overconfident, marched into the mountains near Adwa, expecting an easy victory against what they saw as a primitive force. They had no idea what awaited them. On March 1, 1896, the battle erupted. Ethiopian forces launched coordinated assaults. The terrain favored them. Italian troops were scattered, outnumbered, and demoralized. By midday, the Italian lines collapsed. Thousands of Italians were killed or captured. The Ethiopian victory shocked Europe and inspired colonized nations across Africa and the world. For the first time, an African army had decisively defeated a European power. The Battle of Adwa became a global symbol of black resistance and dignity. It proved that Africa was not a land of passive victims, but of powerful nations capable of shaping their own destinies. Today, Adwa lives on, in monuments, in memory, and in the pride of a people who once turned the tide of history. Menelik, Taytu, Adwa. These names echo not just in Ethiopia but across the world as symbols of resistance, unity, and victory. This is Animated History Vault. Like, subscribe, and keep the stories of African resistance alive.